Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Overlord Season 4 episode number 12 reaction. Alright, the previous episode we met a new character whose name is he told his name as Riku Aganea, I think, while the original person, who is the person behind him, is a dragon. His name is Sua, as far as I can remember, and they were the ones who came in and fought against Ainz, which was Pandora's actor, and Pandora's actor, and like they kind of fought it out, while Azus, Albedo was dealing with him. Turns out the whole scenario was something that Ainz obviously wanted to find out whether someone strong or some player or something like that will come out or something, and it turned out this is the first time it actually worked. Apparently he's not a player, but he does have information about players, and he's talking about players, NPCs, all that stuff, and like the dragon. And so Ainz apparently was able to kind of, this time his like the thing that he did actually worked, and we were able to find like strong people. Now the funny thing that happened was, obviously Pandora's actor was not using his full power, and he was kind of like wanting to talk with him, with Sua, which obviously Sua thought was was that he thought that that was like sign of his weakness, while Albedo came in obviously seeing Pandora's actor kind of groveling in front of Riku, in Ainz's form. She got pissed off and came and broke the barrier, which made Sua think that maybe Albedo is the player and Ainz is the NPC, and a whole new bunch of misunderstanding starts where apparently Sua thinks that, yeah, I can deal with Ainz, it'll probably be a problem at the beginning, but if I keep doing it, like I won't be able to destroy him in one shot, but yeah, I will be able to defeat him eventually, which I don't think is ever happening. I don't think at all, like even Pandora's actor was not even using his full power, let alone if Ainz himself comes in front of Sua. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's impossible. So that brings in like a bunch of whole new misunderstandings, and yeah, that was really hilarious to see. And in the end, we see Pandora's actor and Albedo in front of Ainz. They're probably going to report the whole scenario, and oh boy, let's see what happens. All right, this season is a season of misunderstandings. Let us begin. This is episode number 12. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles in the timer here. Sync into whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no. Alvaro's pissed off. Oh my god, here we go. Oh my god. I knew this was coming. Yes. True. Yeah, which will work out pretty well in our Sasuga Pandora. Okay. Exactly, the world item. Uh, Fiction of nature. Hmm. Probably. Like, is it sacrificing the HP? Uh, okay. Hmm. Okay. Another. Oh, Alvaro's not happy. True. Yeah, that's true. Hmm. That doesn't lead to murder. Vexer. Yeah, which is true. As long as we live, by the end. Oh yeah. Boy. Nah, he's pissed off with the whole situation with Zanak. He himself wants to go there. Yeah. This is the only scene that we have not seen. That is left to be shown, I guess. The whole Cocytus versus Brain, that scene. Like everything else in the opening we've seen it in the anime. That's the only scene that we still haven't seen. So I'm guessing it's going to happen today or the next episode. I think. Okay, wait. This season has 13 episodes, doesn't it? I think so. I'll check it out. Hmm. Right. Focus. Hmm. Oh boy. Wow, look at everything's so peaceful. Oh boy. The way he's the way he's pouring the water. The tea, sorry. Wow. 10 lit. Hmm. What? Damn. Yo, yo, yo. The way she. I'm. What's going on here? Trying to make time for it. Ah. I was like, what's going on? Hmm. I realized Evil Eye's voice actor is Hayasaka's voice actor, isn't it? From Kaguya-sama? I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Hayasaka's voice actor. Oh boy. Hmm. Where's the king? I think he's still in his chamber. Mm. It's hot. How can you drink it in one? What is going on? Wait, what? I was thinking, what the hell is going on? Is this an imposter? Wait, 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 wait. No, who is the imposter here? Is it Lacus? It's Lacus, isn't it? No, wait, what? I am so confused here. What the hell is going on here? Well, no, no, no. What is going on? Yeah, like, she's an imposter or something. What's going on here? Okay. Oh, that's why. Oh my god. Yeah, so they charmed her and now. Yeah, makes sense. Hmm. Yeah. Southeast. Hmm. All right. Brain. Um, Alright, calm down. Don't. Okay, okay, there you go. Probably not. Hmm. Alright, so there you go. I would say runner and climb will be fine, but brain is, we don't know what's going to happen to him. Wait, is wait, was that Gazef's sword? Yeah, yeah. Hmm. If you knew, runner. Oh my god. Hmm. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah. Bring the kingdom first. I wonder what she's planning to do now. Like, how is she going to take climb and. Oh my god, what's she planning now? What the hell is going. But, okay. Yeah. I'm guessing she's going to give it to him. Oh no. Okay. Oh, Kakutas is coming. Let's go. Damn. Yep, the whole kingdom is almost like empty and everything. Only the soldiers are here. Hey, if you see that scene, you better not do anything. Don't be a fool and try to resist. Don't, yeah, don't resist. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah, well, it was a matter of time. Oh my god. Just, oh, yeah, 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 please, just. So basically, okay, the dinosaur, Iri-chan. Uh-huh. Whoa, what? Oh my god, Iri-chan is so happy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo. This is a bizarre scene. Oh. He's gonna come. Don't worry. Wait, a few people are here. Oh my god. Oh, I guess makes sense. I don't think so. Hmm. Oh, computers. There you go. Yep. Oh, oh, he has his potions. Increasing strength, increasing endurance, dexterity, you know, stuff like that. Oh god. Hmm. Yep. He's gonna deal with him. Alright. Yeah, he's honorable. We've seen that before, you know. Damn, what? Oh, he's gonna fight. Like, okay. Like, I'm using a sword. A katana. Oh, oh my god, I just. Here we go. Ah, and he's in true nail clipper. Oh my god. It's like Shaltier's nail clipper. Ah, like he didn't even need to attack him. No, he attacked him. Oh my god. Oh, I thought. Yeah, but I doubt he's going to. Oh, preserve his body and eyes. Oh, wait. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a chance of Ainz resurrecting him. I don't know. It's just wishful thinking. Like obviously everyone knew this was going to happen. Like sooner or later, because he's the type of person who would never go away from the capital, or to save himself. So yeah, this was going to happen sooner or later. Oh, he's freezing everything. Oh my god. Oh, that's it. Oh well, like I said, I'm pretty sure everyone knew this was going to happen sooner or later because yeah, Brain's never going to leave the capital, and he's the type of person who would not run and will be here up until the end. So like this is the only thing that yeah, that would happen. But like I said, I'm not sure. He preserved his body, so maybe maybe in the future, like ice can resurrect anyone. So I don't know. Oh well, we'll see. But there's a chance of that not happening because like he's kind of the same as Gazette, like if but I don't know. Like I was going to say like he's the same as Gazette, so obviously even if he comes back, he's definitely not going to pledge loyalty to Ainz. Never. I don't see that happening ever. So I don't think Ainz would resurrect him. That's the same reason why Ainz probably like gave Gazef an honorable death as well because he knew that this guy would I'll never be able to convert him to my side. Okay, that's it. Like he even asked Gazef in the end, like like I'm giving you a last chance that either you convert to come to my camp or you die. I gave him a last chance and Gazef said like no. He clearly declined, and that's definitely the reason why Ainz did not resurrect him, even though he was Gazef was one of the people who Ainz, you could say, kind of became friends with at the beginning. And similar to Gazef, Brain is similar to him as well. So like I'm saying like, oh, since the body is preserved, maybe in the future he'll be resurrected. But I don't see that happening actually. Like even though I'm saying it, I don't see that happening because like, and even if that happens, like Brain is definitely not going to play loyalty to Ainz. So it'll be like it won't be fruitful. Like like the result won't be something that would benefit Ainz. So resurrecting him, I don't think that's going to ever happen, or who knows? We'll see. Anyways, so this episode we begin with obviously Alberto pissed off that how Pandora's actor actually groveled in front of Riku, and I love how Pandora's actor actually is imitating that scene. He says the same way, like he kind of oh, please stop, don't attack me, that scene in the previous episode. He says the same thing in the same tone, and it's like completely replicating it in front of Ainz. And he's like, oh, I did it like this. And Alberto's like, how, did you not even think that this is Ainz all goons, your body you are imitating or mimicking? And what it would be like to see someone like him grovel? Like, did you never even think about it? Now, obviously, Ainz says like, oh, no problem. Like I don't have any problem with that. If you if you were able to bring some what do you call it, like good result, fruitful result because of groveling, I have no problem with it. You can grovel as much as you want because like if you grovel, it's not taking away anything from you. Obviously, it's going to do one thing. It is that Sua or Riku is going to underestimate them, and the reputation will fall probably a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Like we're not trying to impress Sua or or Riku or the vermilion drop guy. What's his name? Azus. Yeah, we're not trying to impress them. So yeah, we can grovel as much as we want and let them underestimate us. We'll deal with that later. And yeah, so Ainz is like, it's okay, no problem. And listening to him, obviously, Alberto also stops saying anything to Pandora's actor. And yeah, now Ainz is thinking about how the barrier was broken, the condition to that. Now, this is interesting because I don't know why, but I thought Ainz already knew that the barrier that Riku made, or Sua made, was a barrier which could only be broken by a world item or wild magic. I think that's what they called it. I thought he knew about it, because he knows about a lot of things, about these type of things. He knows a lot about world items and all that. So I don't know, and I probably, that's probably the reason why I just assumed that he knew. Turns out no, he doesn't know about it. That's why he's kind of thinking. He's like, okay, so why was it broken even though Pandora's actor wasn't able to get out of there? How was Albedo able to break it? And obviously it's an easy deduction, you know, because Albedo had Ginungap, I think that's what you call, yeah, that thing, that staff thing with the ball on top of it. Um, that thing, that's a world item. So since Albedo had that, okay, yeah, and he's like, okay, so that's probably the reason why it was broken, and that would also mean the barrier was also made by a world item. So he comes to an easy deduction, and yeah, he kind of realizes what probably happened. Now, okay, now after that, Pandora's actor brings up another thing in front of Ainz. He says like, oh, I kind of noticed that whenever he was using his skills and stuff, his HP was decreasing, and you know, like, not only when he was attacking but also when he was teleporting and all of that. And I tries to think of if there's like a world item which decreases HP while using skills, and he's not coming up with anything. And so now he also kind of thinks about if, like, he's not certain that those skills were even, like, you know, world items at all, or it was something else that he used. So there's a lot of question mark in this whole like, you know, scenario that they went through. So Ice comes to the decision that we need to go and confront this Riku another time, and we need to lose or act as if we're losing another time to actually see what this guy, like, you know, what type of power he has, what he's doing, and, you know, kind come to a few conclusions that they were not able to come with the major amount of information that they have gotten from this first encounter. So they need a second encounter, and they actually need to lose or act as if they had lost to gain more info. So Ice says that. I love how when Ice says that, the first thing that Albedo does is, like, you know, is kind of shocked. She's like, what the hell? Why? Because, you know, like, she's just, the fact that Ainz is losing is actually just you know, like making her blood boil. She's like, oh my god, I cannot handle this. Like, you know, like, seeing Ainz Sama lose in front of me, even though that it's a, you know, it's an act, and you know, like, we know what's going on. Still, she's like, oh my god, I cannot handle this. Oh boy. Now, Ainz is thinking that the whole resurrection thing, he says, like, I've confirmed that NPCs and people from this world can be resurrected. But the thing here is that he doesn't know that it doesn't necessarily mean that he can also be resurrected. So he's thinking about that, and he's like, probably, like, you know, we human players cannot be resurrected because there's a lot of people whose legacy, like, who were, you know, players whose legacy has come to a stop. I think that's what he says. So them still not being alive at this point kind of implies that no, that, you know, these players cannot be resurrected. I think that's what he says. Just a sec, let me read this part. If the 6 great gods and the 8 great kings were players like me, since their stories all end with their deaths, it might be impossible for me to resurrect. There you go. That's the conclusion it comes to, which is a fair, like, I know, it's a fairly easy conclusion to come to. Like, they have legends, and their legends end with them dying. So if they had means of resurrecting themselves, they wouldn't die. They would still be around. So yeah, that's the conclusion he comes to. So it's not 100% sure, but he's like, yeah, probably not. Like, you know, NPCs and, like, you know, these, you know, maybe floor guardians as well, all of them can be resurrected, but not me as a player, probably not. And I also do wonder, if he dies, what's going to happen to him? Is he just going to get back to his real world, or is he actually going to die, you know, in real world as well? Which is also another question we have, you know, like, if he dies here, what's going to happen? So obviously, like, you know, he needs to die to understand what's going to happen. But it's way too much risky for that to go on. Like, you know, he can actually die in real world as well, and I doubt he even wants to go back to the real world, you know, like, I doubt that. So all right, Now after that, he says like, okay, I'm going to go to the kingdom and see the end of the kingdom. And Alberto's like, oh, do you need to even go there? And he's like, yeah, I need to go there. Like, I need to see how this ends. Like, obviously, like the whole Xanax situation, and I'm pretty sure he does want to go and see the end of all of these people. And something like that. But anyways, after that, we go to the kingdom. Like, we switch to the kingdom, and we see Brain, Runner, and what's her name, Climb over there. And this is the orphanage, and like they're talking about, like, probably Princess Rana provided them food, and the sisters are very happy. And since Princess Rana tells them to eat as well, because they're also not eating, and because of the children, they're keeping everything for the children. And when she gets into the carriage, she says like, what hypocrisy. All I can do is bring some food to the children. The Saucer Kingdom's forces will attack soon. Then the people in the royal capital will. Okay, now it's one thing, I don't know why, but I've always felt that like we do know Runner's other side. Like the way he's completely, like it's kind of like a yandere, completely crazy, doesn't care about what the hell goes on to other people. Only, like, climb is the only thing that matters. It's kind of crazy like that. We do know that part, and that she's ready to do whatever she can to to get climb and stuff like that. We do know that, but I don't know why. I might be completely wrong. Maybe I'm being naive, but I don't know why. But I've always felt that Rana probably had a little soft spot for children. Like in one of the previous episodes as well, I kind of saw like a scene where she talks with children. Like, that episode, I don't remember which episode it was, but she was playing with children, the same children from the orphanage, and kind of like, like looking at after them, like, kind of laughing with them. And like, I just felt that, like, even if she doesn't care about any adults and all that, I feel like she has like a little bit soft spot for children at least. So maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, maybe I'm being naive, because like by the end of it, if you look at everything, Runner was also a little bit, like, a little bit responsible for what's going to happen to the kingdom, because she like helped like Ainz and everyone out. Like obviously, like, even if Runner didn't, I do know, even if Runner did not help Ainz's, like, army to give them inside information and stuff, even if she did not do that, Ainz would have found a way to do that. So it wouldn't stop the operation, the character and the stick operation and all of that in any way. I know that, but still, she had a hand, in this. So, maybe that's why she said it's ironic, because maybe she was also talking about herself. Like, it's ironic that she's the reason for all of this, but at the same time, she's also like providing food to them. It is ironic, isn't it, if you think of it in that way? But I don't know, like, like I've always, I kind of felt, even in the previous scene with the children, that he probably has a soft spot for children. And maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But anyways, after that, after that, like, Climb kind of is talking with Runner is happy and all of that. And yeah, they come to inner chambers. I'm guessing they're going to have like a proper, like, a tea party, not party, but like a little tea meeting or whatever. Okay, this part confused the hell out of me. Like, not that type of confusion where I'm not understanding what's happening. I'm understanding what's happening, but I'm confused about the reason why they were doing that. Like, this part was crazy. First of all, the way everyone was acting, all the Blue Rose members were acting, was so weird. Like, I was thinking, like, what is going on here? At first they were like, talking like that was that name, Gagaran, I think, the girl's name, the big lady, Gagaran, I think that's her name, isn't it? At first she was not even speaking to Evil Eye. Then Evil Eye was talking weirdly about stuff. Suddenly these two, the two ninja girls, I don't know the twins' name, those two suddenly decide to just leave, and I'm like, okay, something's going on here and I don't know what's going on. even like, and then they were like, pouring her tea, which is just nasty, and Lacus was like, what the hell is this? And like, it was full on confusion. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Even Lacus was like confused, and it makes sense so much by the end where they actually tell us the reason why they were doing that. But this whole scene was so suspicious. Like at first I thought they were joking around, like that's why I was laughing. I was like, haha, like it's like a funny joke, like like that type of a thing. And then they suddenly start stabbing her, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I thought that, okay, wait a minute, is Lakuza an imposter? Is this Lakuza that is sitting here an imposter? That's why they're doing this. And then I'm like, wait a minute, or maybe Lakuza is the real one and the others are the imposters here. And I was thinking of so many things. Turns out it was something completely different. And by the end we get to know the reason. So all right, let's talk about this scene first. Lacus is sitting, and we see Brain is properly not able to pour tea. He's like, I don't know why, but that cracked me up. Seeing him try to pour tea, I was like, like obviously I doubt he ever like drank tea like that, and he's always like just wielding katanas and swords, pouring tea. I don't think he's ever done that. But anyways, okay, so here, like the weirdness starts. First of all, the first thing that I thought, the reason why they were doing it, like they themselves kind of say, like, oh, we want to give Lacus and the princess like a private, section of for them to only talk, because this might be the final time they see each other. And that's the first thing they kind of implied, and I was like, oh, that's why they were acting weird like that. And then they suddenly start stabbing Lacus, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? All right, so Lacus, Evil Eye is like, okay, like we should at least have like a tea, obviously, because the tea needs to be spiked, not spiked, but that paralyzing something that it was probably inside it to subdue Lacus. That's why Evil Eye here said that, oh, we need to drink tea. It won't be any problem, like one cup of tea. And Lacus is confused. Lacus says, wait, you guys want to drink tea? And here everything is so weird, like, and everyone's like kind of nodding their head. And the way Evil Eye is speaking, and I'm like, oh god. She says it would be quite cold of us to refuse the princess's kind offer. And then suddenly she talks to Gagarin and calls her like a, what does it call him? Her? Just a sec. Quit acting as if, no, wait a minute, where is that part? Oh, muscle woman, I think that's what she calls her. Yeah, she calls it muscle. And like she said, oh, like what do you think? And she's only responding, and then she's like, all right, Gagarin, what do you think? And then she's like, yeah, like we would like to drink so much tea, like like being sarcastic and all. And I'm like, okay, this conversation is extremely weird, but I guess they're probably joking around, like Gagarin is getting mad at her calling her muscle and all of that. But this conversation is extremely weird. And and the goofy music in the background, like not goofy, but that like like very peaceful music, like everything included. I'm like, okay, something's weird is going on, and I don't know. But anyways, then suddenly these two girls, the twin girls, they suddenly decide to go out and like bring tea and all that. And here they say like, we want the princess to have like a private conversation, not princess, for Lacus to have a private conversation with the princess, because this might be the final time. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that's why they're acting this weird. They're just trying to make like a room for them, kind of to have like a private conversation. And doing that, that's probably why. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense, so that's why this scene is so weird. And then the twins said, we'll make some super bitter tea, and I'm like, what? Why? Again, I thought they were joking, and the weirdness still exists, the weirdness in the conversation. Lacus is confused. And all right, now after that they go out, she takes the kettle from Brain, and if you see this scene, Lacus's face is just like, like she pours tea into, like, like 3 cups, and then she's like, oh, there's no tea here. And the other girl is like, shoot, it's all gone. And Lacus is looking at them weirdly. She's like, what is going on? She says this isn't enough when there's someone who wants to drink 10 liters. Oh my god. I was seriously confused here. They say that there'll be rumors that the princess doesn't even have tea to offer to her guests. Lacus is like, hey everyone, what the hell is going on? And the runner is like, alright, like, it's no problem, you can have more tea, this being the final time. And they take Brain with them. Okay, so Brain says, should I go out? And then Evil Eye's like, no, it's no problem. Now they bring the tea, take the tea, it's like probably spiked it with the paralyzing agent or whatever, and bring the tea, gives her the tea, says like, oh, this is the first tea that I've ever made, drops it, pours tea, and Lacus is like, what is going on? Such a strong aroma, thank you. Nefarious boss. And she's like, it'll be good to drink it all in one gulp, it's smooth and refreshing. Like, these two girls have always been a little bit weird, the way they talk and everything. That's why I was thinking it's because of that. They're talking like this. It still was hella confusing. And I'm like, what? Drink it in one gulp? What does that even mean? Like, it's hot, freaking hot. How can someone drink it in one gulp? But I'm like, oh, they're just being eccentric, that they're kind of like that. So it's okay. So then she drinks the tea. And this is the part where I was not anticipating what happened after this at all. She's like, is it good? She was probably checking whether she's actually paralyzed or something. And yeah, this is where the stabs her. And I'm so confused here. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, is this girl an imposter? Are they the imposter? What's going on here? Like, that's the first thing that where my mind went. And they have like a little, you could say, battle or or whatever, and she charms her by the end of it, and Lacus has been charmed, and and here she kind of says like, I've always been watching you and thought of how many times I could kill you. And they weaken her and everything, and I was so confused. I was like, are they really betraying her? But I've never seen them as characters who would betray Lacus. Never have I ever seen them as those type of characters. And it was actually, I was actually astonished and very confused, because yeah, like they are those type of characters who I would never expect to betray someone. Evil Eye, these two girls, Gagaran, and like, so I was like, wait a minute, are they really actually betraying her? They use weakening on her and like all that stuff, and then they charm her by the end. Obviously Brain is trying to like take out his sword to protect Runner and all, but then Evil Eye's like, no problem, like you don't have to like do anything, like you're not at danger here. And obviously Runner asks her like, okay, like I'm pretty sure you have a reason, can you please explain it? The reason comes out. It's a valid reason. They want Lacus to get out of here. Obviously, if she is led to her own whims, she would never leave the kingdom behind, and that's why she would probably just say like, no, I'll stay here and I'll fight till the end, and you guys, if you want to leave, you can leave, like I'll be here. That's definitely how this was going to go down. And obviously everyone knows that if that happens, she'll not be alive by the end of it, because Sorcerer King will destroy everyone who's here. So that's the reason why they made this whole play, to kind of make her lower her guard, for her to take off her armor, no protective spells, nothing, in a complete vulnerable situation they wanted to make her. And that's when they struck. so that's the only way they could probably stop her and kind of like just charm her. Otherwise, Lacus, I'm pretty sure, is extremely strong. She would never ever be be bested by these characters. You know, like if she's full ready and everything, all full plated armor and everything ready, no one would ever be. These girls, at least, would not be able to take her down. So that was the reason why they did all of this. And obviously, Evil High has her, like her charm. What do you call? What was the name of it? Charm person, I think. Yeah, and that's how they were able to stop her. And she explains that to Runner and says like, that's why we did this. We want her to come with us. And like that was the reason why we did this whole thing. And all right, and then that's when I understood. I'm like, all right, so okay, makes sense. And this part was so confusing at the beginning. Now after that, Brain comes in, and Brain is like, oh, what's going on? And then as soon as she sees Runner, is like, oh, it's okay, no problem. He's like, okay, I understand. He realized like something is going on, and they're not a danger. So after that, they teleport out, and only Brain and Runner and Climb are there. And Brain gives the Gazette sword to Climb, and he's like, yeah, I need to go. Like I'm not going to run away. I need to go, and you carry on. Like you carry the sword with you. And like he said, like, I told you before, didn't I, that I'm not going to carry on Gazem's legacy. I'm my own person. I'm going to do what I want to do. And like, and obviously everyone knows that he's going to die by the end. So, and Runner, like, in the end, Runner says like, okay, good luck. And yeah, eats. Now, this is one section I actually did not understand why she did that. She said that, let me check that sword first. She takes the sword from Brain. Like, the significance of this scene, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, maybe, yeah, like, why would she take the sword and do that over there? The reason behind it, I don't understand. I'm sure we'll get to know, maybe in the final episode, the next episode. Now, yeah, okay, you know what? Let me see this part. Climb gives her the sword. She takes the sword. She says that it's quite heavy. Takes it out pretty easily with one hand, Even though it's a single-handed sword, I'm pretty sure it's actually heavy. She herself says that it's quite heavy, but she just yanks it off like this in one hand. Takes the sword and kind of like uses it. Yeah, what did he like? Why did she do this? I'm pretty sure there's a reason behind why she did this. And then she says, it really doesn't suit me. She was really like that slash was pretty good in my opinion. Like like seeing that how she's the princess, and she probably you know what, I don't know, like maybe the princesses in this country had like sword fighting lessons, like I was going to say maybe like when she's a princess, so maybe that's why I thought she probably wouldn't be able to wield a sword. But like I'm pretty sure there are a few kingdoms where the prince and princesses, everyone goes to sword fighting lessons and stuff. So maybe she's someone like that. Who knows? But like the way she was able to wield it, it was pretty impressive. And Sam says the same thing. He says like, I believe you'd surpass me easily with a bit of training. Who knows? Maybe like, because yeah, like Runner, maybe she's actually capable of surpassing Climb. Like I said, like who knows? This girl has been doing quite a few things behind everyone's back, so I won't be surprised if she's actually strong, and like like in combat power and all that. And here she says like, I don't think I'll ever have the chance to wield a sword ever again. Then I'll need to make preparations before meeting father. I realized why she did that. She's going to kill her dad. Oh my god. I just realized that. That's why she tested the sword. I'm like 80% sure that's what she's going to do. Oh my god. And that's why she said I'm pretty sure I won't have to ever wield my sword again in the future. Yeah, I'm like 80% sure that's what she's going to do. So obviously she says I need to go and like meet dad and talk about to him about all the stuff like that, she said. And she's definitely going to go alone in her dad's chamber holding the sword. You know. No, wait. Just a second. Oh, she still has the sword with her. There you go. Like I said, she's going to hold the sword and probably with the sword is going to go to her dad's chamber. Clan will not be there with her. And she's probably going to kill her dad. Like that, like chop his head off or something like that. It's going to do. That's why she was like, all right, can you give me the sword? And she kind of tested the sword. So she was like, all right, so when time comes, when I'm going to go to my dad's chamber, I'm going to use this and let's see if I can actually wield it or not, if I'm capable of doing it. And that's why she kind of tested it to see if she can actually kill someone with this. Yeah, I understand. I'm like an 18 or 90% sure that's what she's going to do. Like I was thinking, continuously thinking, I was like, why did she do that? What was the point of like actually wielding the sword and like saying these type of cryptic words of I will never have to wield a sword ever again in the future, these type of things. And then it clicked. I was like, as soon as she said like, oh, I'm going to my dad's chamber, and I'm like, oh my god, wait a minute. So yeah, that's what she's going to do. Yeah, I'm 90% sure she's going to kill her dad. And yeah, we'll see if I'm actually correct. We'll see in the next episode. All right, the next we see Cocytus has come in. It's freezing whenever he's going, while Mare is no, Aura, sorry, I always mix these two's name up. I think Aura is the elder sister, isn't it? And Mare is the younger brother, isn't it? Yeah. um Aura comes up on top of the thing where all the soldiers are. She has all her pets underneath, and she's like, oh, you guys, like, no, like, like, don't try to mess with me, like, if you know what's better for you. And she's like seeing everything and all that. And the the pets come up, and obviously these a few of the soldiers at first they tried to attack Maria, and then as soon as they Aura, and as soon as they saw the pets, they kind of got scared, and then a few of them tries to run away. Obviously, like, it's like freaking monsters in front of you. 2 inch in front of you, it's like a monster, a giant monster toad, or like a giant monster dinosaur or whatever, like, all these things. And so they try to run away. The dinosaur actually intercepts them and screams. Everyone goes unconscious with that because of the scream. And I love how Aura looks at her, the dinosaur, and as soon as she does that, the dinosaur's like, "Oh my god, I messed up. I wasn't supposed to do that." And all the other monsters, they're like screaming at him, and they're like, "What the hell did you do? Like, we was not supposed to do that. Like, you and your, like, antics always, like, messing everything up." And they were probably scolding him. And I was like, okay, fine, guys, don't worry, I'm not mad. Okay, what's the dinosaur's name? Heidi. Heidi. And then she's like, oh, don't bully Heidi. And they keep quiet. Oh boy. And she's like, Edie-chan is so big. And Edie's like, oh, like a dog. And then she's like, I'll give you a special mission. And he's like, oh. Perks up. If Heidi had ears, they would probably be like this, and tails would, if it was a tail, it would wag like this. Walk around the castle walls and squish all the people with your feet. I'm like, wow, what a task. And all right, Heidi's very happy. Heidi's like, all right, I'm going to complete my mission. Now, Brain is walking, and he's like, all right, like, I need to, what should I do? Should I wait for the Sorcerer King to come? And he sees a few of the people who are not able to, like, evacuate. They're all there in their houses, and Brain is, like, kind of moving forward, and then he sees Cocytus coming, and he's like, all right, let's go and attack this thing first. Now, obviously we know like this is Brain, so like I said, like he's never going to run away. So eventually he would have died either way, and unless and until he pledged alliance to Ice. But we know he's not going to do that. He's kind of like Gazef. So yeah, he would have died sooner or later. It was just a matter of time. So after that, we see he takes a few of the strengthening potions and is ready, And we've seen this before as well. Like Cocytus is honorable, Like he's like, what can I say? It's like a, I guess you could say he's like a samurai, you know. Yeah, and I think his creator's name is Takemi Kazuchi, isn't it? He was also probably a samurai or something. Like that's the type of name he had. I think so. I don't know. But anyways, he's like this kind of like a code, like a warrior's code and everything he has. We've seen that before with the lizard men as well, where he actually, like kind of like he's reasonable. Like, you can actually like if he sees someone is like, capable enough, he actually tries to recruit them. And that type of person, like he's not that type of person who just indiscriminately kills. No, not like that. Or like, has like, like any kind of a what do you call it? Any kind of a hatred towards human or something like that. He's probably not like that. He's just like a warrior. So that's the reason why he like not saved the lizardman when he was able to decide that, oh, this lizardman can actually help us out, and that's why let me tell Lord Ines to recruit them instead of killing them. Like, and that holds the thing. So he's like that. So I was pretty sure that he was going to give him like an opportunity to have like a proper fight. And at first we see her Brain with his katana out, and he's like pointing towards him. And as soon as he comes, he says like, "Oh, I'm Cocytus," and introduces himself. And that's when Brain realizes, okay, this is a type of person who won't attack me indiscriminately. He'll probably wait for me to get ready. So as a like, he follows the warrior's code. So as a warrior, let me do that as well. He puts his katana inside, bows in front of him, introduces himself, and then he's like, all right, I'm ready. And both of them take out their katana. He also takes out, Cocytus also takes out what's the name of this weapon he brought out? Just a second. He takes something out of like a portal. Okay, he puts his staff, no, not staff, that axe down. God slaying Emperor Blade. Okay, there you go. And he's ready. So now obviously Brain uses his that thing, that field thing that he uses. I love the name of this attack. Oh my god, this was definitely inspired by Shaltier. He says, okay, you know what? Let me read the name again. It's something Nail Clipper or something. Just a sec, where was it? Oh, at first he was like thinking like, what can I do to like, injure him? He was thinking, oh, let me take out his hands first and all of that. And there you go. He uses his field. And okay. He gets like, Cocytus kind of puts his leg in. And he's like using everything, like, greater ability boost and all of that. He's using everything so much, he's like bleeding from his nose and all. And with every ounce of his power, he uses his attack, True Nail Clipper. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. And obviously, like, it's definitely because of that season, isn't it? Like where he actually is able to chip a little bit of Shaltier's nail. That one. That's probably why she, like, oh no, he was able to cut a little bit of her nail completely. Yeah, and that's why he was like, oh, at least I'm a nail clipper now. And that's why this attack is called the True Nail Clipper. Now he gets him, and when the blood drops, I was like, oh, maybe he, like, since he drank so many potions and everything, and he overdosed, and it's like, like the bleeding and everything, something like, like the physical ability that he used probably broke his own body down. But turns out no, it was Cocytus actually got him before that, slashed him, and he's bleeding. And now obviously Cocytus says like he might have been a great asset to Nazarick if he joined us, however. And he's like, that's a shame. And He says like, but still he wanted a fight, so I gave it to him. And he talks about Lord Takumi Kazuchi. uh, like he would have probably done, here we go, I'm certain that Lord Warrior Takumi Kazuchi would accept my decision. There you go. And yeah, now after that he takes his sword, like Brain's sword, as like a memento, as a way of respect, obviously. And he's like, oh, freeze him up, preserve his body. Now this is where, I don't know, it's like a big chance of them resurrecting him, but I don't see that. Even though I'm saying that, I don't see that happening, because I'm pretty sure a Brain would never agree to work for Heinz, and that would defeat the whole purpose of bringing him back. So I don't know, we'll see, but at least there's like a sliver of chance of him getting resurrected, because his body is preserved. Even though I think that would not happen, they won't do it. We'll see, we'll have to wait. But anyways, yeah, now there's one thing I don't understand here. He goes around the buildings freezing them. Probably he I don't know, was he actually freezing all the people inside it as well? Like, no, wait, he kind of circles around Brain, like, like Brain's body is frozen in the middle, and we see he kind of circles around him, so there's like a good chunk of land in front of him which is not frozen, while the other part is completely frozen. What's up with this one? I don't understand. Like, it's as if like he made like a demarcation, like Brain is over here in the middle. He kind of rotates around like this, so that this part is not frozen, so this part is kind of empty, like it's like not frozen, only Brain is frozen in the middle, and then he kind of moves in forward. It's like as if he kind of made a mark over there. I don't know what that was that just what he did without any actual significance, or is that actually, does him doing that actually hold some kind of a significance, which we'll see in the future? Don't know, but I found that interesting what he did over there, even though I don't know why he did it. But either way, that's where it ends. So there you go. Episode 12, this was episode 12. The final episode will be episode 13 next week. We'll see, and probably Ainz will also come here by that time. Oh, maybe he did that, that ice thing he did, maybe he did that to science, like signal Ainz or something, like, oh, this person here is something like that. I don't know, like Ainz is going to come here sooner or later, so maybe he just wanted to, like, give Ainz a head up or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. Next episode will hopefully answer my question. But yeah, like the next episode, obviously Ainz is going to come, and we're going to see what will be the aftermath of everything. One thing I'm curious about is how is Runner, like obviously Runner is going to like, like, I don't know, probably going to go with Ainz's army and kind of follow them or something like that. I'm wondering how is she going to, like, include Climb in that plan as well. Like, Climb is obviously honorable. If he realizes that Runner was in on this for a little bit, he would probably obviously get disillusioned, and he'll lose all respect for her and all of that, and probably, decide not to follow her again. So I'm wondering what she's going to do about that. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm really curious what the whole thing is going to happen. Like we don't even know what Runner's actual plan is by the end. Like, I'm pretty sure he's planning to kill her dad. That's why she practiced, saw if the sword is, like, working or not, and if she can wield it. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen in the next episode. Like, she'll go to her dad's chamber and kill him with that sword. But then what? Then what are they going to do? Like, what's she planning? Like, I'm pretty sure her plan is to, like, before we kind of saw in the previous episodes as well, where Zanak asked her, like, oh, what's your plan? What do you want to do? You want to run away, go somewhere peaceful and just stay there with Climb or something? Is that what you want? And he kind of said, like, in her head, she said, like, oh, that was my plan previously, not now. I have a different plan. And that plan obviously is to work with Ainz's kingdom, like, kind of ally with them or something like that. That's her plan. And Climb is also included in this plan. So I'm trying to think how this is going to be fulfilled, because Climb is definitely not staying with Runner as soon as he realizes that Runner was in on this. He's like, he's probably going to, yeah. So yeah, I wonder what's going to happen there, but we'll see. Next episode, all our answers will be answered, and it will probably be the end of the kingdom. And yeah, so that's it. This was episode number 12 of Overlord season 4. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with the final episode of Overlord. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.